To start off your winter landscape, you can use pencil first and then trace with Sharpie. So in order to make some hills look like they're just in the front of our paper, you can just draw some sloping, curving lines. If you would like to make your background a little more interesting, you could put some mountains and mountain ranges in the background as well. Just remember, the higher you go up, the less painting you will have for the sky. After that, carefully trace over your pencil lines. You could make as many mountains in the back as you want as well. Okay? And from there, you will use your paintbrush and your watercolors. We're going to start with our warm colors at the bottom. Our warm colors are red, yellow, and orange. I'm also going to go from lightest color to darkest. So I'll start with yellow. In order for watercolors to work, they need to wake up. We wake them up by adding a little bit of water to them and twirling, twirling, twirling our ballerina in that mixture. You should see your paintbrush turn that color. Your paintbrush should not be dripping wet though. After that, I will begin by painting a solid yellow line over the top of my mountains. My next color would be orange. Usually I would tell you to clean off your brush entirely, but yellow is such a light color, it will not ruin the orange. So add a little bit of water and wake up that color. I'll add a little more water, just a touch. It felt a little dry. You should see it on your brush. And I will paint my next line. If it looks a little scratchy, you can add a little more water to that area. That looks scratchy. My next color will be red. Add a little water to the color red and wake it up. Ballerina twirl those little, that little paintbrush until it changes the color on your paintbrush. So it's not orange anymore. After a stripe of red, I'm going to clean completely and go to my cool colors. My cool colors are green, blue, and purple. Careful, make sure that you are using purple and not black. I'm going to do a tiny strip of green. This isn't a very typical color we see in the sky, so I just did a very light color. And besides, be careful, red and green can mix together to create a kind of a little bit of a nasty color sometimes, so just be a little careful with that. Next up, I'll do a strip of purple. That's a very dark purple. I like the way that looks, very nice. And lastly, wake up my color blue. I kind of want it to mix with my purple because my purple is so dark. Look at that. That's like a nice indigo color we have. I am painting on top of something that is protecting the table. You should too. When you are all done, make sure that you wash your paintbrush in some soapy water to take care of it. And make sure that your paint set is not dripping wet. That can damage our paints. So make sure that you, if they're really, really wet, let them drip dry over a sink. Okay, just drip that extra water over the sink. Good luck, artists.